Hello, hello there, my crafty friends. It's Candy here from SweetStamper.com, and we are on day 3 of our In Color Focus Coffee with Candy. We are doing a new catalog series, and we are looking at a new In Color each day. These are In Colors that will launch on May the 6th, and we're having a good time focusing on each one, giving it its due. And in the process, I'm creating a little bit of a bridge for you to maximize the use of your outgoing In Colors, and giving you a daily color combo featuring an outgoing In Color with one of our incoming In Colors. That's a lot to say. Okay. I'm not sure if anybody's going to be here with me, but I'm going to dig right in. I'll give it just a minute because there's a little bit of a lag time. And so just to recap that I'm doing Coffee with Candy is Monday through Friday this week at 2 o'clock. We've been having a good time. This is day 3, so it's the 3rd installment. And I'm still doing my regular Facebook Live, Thursday night stamping with Candy every Thursday night. That is a different, that's a different format, different episodes. So Coffee with Candy is a new sometimes series. And when I need to do something where I'm doing a couple of days in a row, 2 o'clock in the afternoon works really well for me. So this is our card that shows all 5 of the new In Colors, and this back piece here is Secret C, and that's the one we're going to look at today. I've got it right up here for reference. Now, just to recap where we've been, hey, Kelly, I'm glad you're here with me. The first day, we looked at cloud cover, and the update on the cloud cover is that the cardstock will be available, the designer series paper will be available. The ink pads will not be available for purchase. They're going to be available for demonstrators until they run out, and then they won't be available at all. And it's because there is a chemical reaction that's occurring between the ink and the firm foam pad, and they cannot guarantee the color. Hey, Linda, I'm glad you're here. So what's going to happen when the new catalog goes live is that we will be able to purchase the ink refill. And if you purchase little Stampin' Spots, they have a linen pad, and the ink works fine with that. So we'll be able to have the refills, put it on a little ink spot and a little Stampin' Spot. And then we will also have the blends. And right now we have the Stampin' Right marker. So that is the Skinny on cloud cover, a fabulous, fabulous color. We worked with it on Monday. This is the card that I gave you on Monday, this color scheme, as it were, of using the incoming cloud cover with copper clay. It's a really nice combination with a little bit of Calypso Coral and Petal Pink. So that's how we made this lovely butterfly. And so that gives you a color scheme to utilize your In Colors that are going away. Many of them have already sold out with our new incoming colors because, most of us purchase the new In Colors. Well, after 2 years, sometimes we want to keep using them. And so I'm giving you some fresh ideas for that. Yesterday was all about Darling Duckling. This is a lovely yellow, definitely has a greenish tinge to it. And so this card, it looks really good with Timid Tiger, which you can also see here. Just Timid Tiger with Darling Duckling. And then the color scheme I gave you was Darling Duckling with Wild Wheat and Misty Moonlight. So this is a really good pairing. They're like light and dark counterparts of one another. So interestingly enough, Wild Wheat was the first In Color to sell out of the outgoing In Colors. And it's one of those colors that people, I think it took them a while to warm up to. Some people never did, but other people really loved it. I was one of the people who really loved it. So this is our color combo from yesterday. And then today we are going to be looking at Secret C. And I've got a couple of samples here. So it looks really, really good with basic beige. So this is one of the new designer series papers. And look how this is one of the swaps I recently received. Look how this demonstrator put this through on the textured notes embossing folder, or not embossing folder, dies. It looks really good. Here, Secret C is picking up the colors from the designer series paper, and you see how Secret C and Cloud Cover, they are really natural friends. With a little bit of, I think that this is Summer Splash popped in there. These are a couple of cards that I made that didn't make it for various reasons for classes and things. So this one here, again, is picking up on the designer series paper. The Secret C with Cloud Cover is just a really natural fit. And then here you can see I was doing a traditional shaker card. And so Secret C, I paired it with Bubble Bath. So it's a really high contrast and I like it a lot. So today we are going to make a card like this. This is the new Feathered Friends. So this is one of our new annual catalog stamp sets and I like it a lot. This is a stamp set that features reversible stamps. So these are where you can take the stamp, turn it over, ink it up, and it will give you a fill-in image. And although I could do that on the bird I'm using today, I'm actually going to color it with markers. And my color combo is Moody Mauve, one of our outgoing end colors, with Secret C and Petal Pink. So let me just show you a little bit before we make this card, and I'll show you what we're going to do with our blends here, is I wanted to show you kind of a look at a lot of our blues. So here is our little Secret C and the way it looks with Misty Moonlight. These are a really natural pairing. They both have that kind of muted grayish look to them and they look really good together. If you pull in Cloud Cover, it's like a trifecta of beautiful muted blues. These are going to be really good friends together. Now, let's look at Secret C with Balmy Blue. It also looks really good. So now let's see if we bring this in. Actually, that works too. So Misty Moonlight to me looks a lot like Blue Jeans. So I like that. Now here it is with Night of Navy, and that doesn't even look like Night of Navy. This looks like, this must have been in my scrap bin. I don't think that's Night of Navy. I'm gonna look at that. I don't think that's right. Here, now these are our greeny blues. So these with Secret C, not so much. Okay, maybe okay. Not Pretty Peacock. That's okay. But I think there's better combinations. And then here it is with Azure Afternoon. That actually works pretty good. So I think Secret C is going to be very, very versatile. With Blueberry Bushel, they're both too deep to put together for me. I wouldn't put them together. Okay, so that is the skinny on Secret C. Now, I'm going to use, remember, if you are on my email list, you will get inspiration sheets for all of these. So I'll probably send them out probably today with the ones so far from this week, because we have a really fun sale coming up tomorrow, and it is only on May 1 and 2. So yeah, May 1 and 2, and that is to celebrate National Scrapbooking Day, which is Saturday. And so, of course, you can purchase anything you want, but if you purchase whatever you purchase, you'll get anything over $20, you will get double rewards, which is really, really fun. Now I see I don't have my little circle. Let me grab it. Let's see. Okay. Okie dokie. So this is a bit like a puzzle. Now on this one, and I'm just using card bases I already had made. So this is a Z fold, and then this one is going to be a gate fold. And I already had this prepped, so I'm like, why not use it? So I'm just going to make my little puzzle and put everything on the inside first. So let's put our basic white panel on the inside. I will also put in a plug for my Paper Pumpkin subscribers. I have gathered a little design team, and there's 6 of us, and we each create a project monthly with, hey Marlene, I'm glad you're here. May 2 and 3 are the sale dates. Thank you, Kelly. I was thinking it doesn't start. Yeah, okay. May 2 and 3, that's odd days, but anyway. I'm thankful that people keep me on the straight and narrow. What was I telling you? Something about, oh, I know, Paper Pumpkin, because my card's sitting right here. I'll show it to you. So, you know, we get a stamp set every month with Paper Pumpkin, and we get all these amazing supplies with it. However, once you've used the supplies, you're like, okay, well, typically the stamp set goes in a box, and we are on a mission to help you continue to use that stamp set, and we're giving you ideas for using that stamp set with other things. And I have to say, our little design team is pretty amazing. I love the fact that we have very different styles. So you have super simple cards, and then you have quite avid cards and several in between. So I think that it's a really good mix. Now you can see how Secret Sea looks really good with Petal Pink. Now I'm going to lay that on top of Moody Mauve, and you have got a really, really nice color combo. I'm trying to get that glare. I don't like that light doing that. That to me is a great color combo. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on the top only. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to run my adhesive on the actual top flap rather than trying to guess where on my panel I need to be putting the adhesive. I got a little close to the top there, but I think I'll be okay. So this is going to go right here. And this is one of those layouts when you put the designer paper here. It's a bit like a puzzle, but I really like it. And once you have the layout, you can use it in a multitude of ways. So I'm going to just put this little piece of designer series paper here, and this one over here. And this is the Moody Mauve. Now I will say, I think this designer paper is still available. It is on sale. All of the color collections that remain in the online store are on sale. So if you did not get this one before it went, or before these colors are retiring, gone forever, well, I say forever, sometimes they come back, you will want to grab that now. Oh, I got that too far over. Let's bump it up just a little bit. I got too far over. So let's bring it in just a wee bit. And this is one of the things I love about our seal. It's a lot harder to do this with the green glue. It gives you wiggle room until you put it down, and then it's like, yeah, good luck getting it released after that. So this is where I like to have that little bit of your seal is soft until it completely dries, and then, yeah, good luck again getting it off, which you typically don't want to be taking it off at that point. So I just want a little, like about a 1/8 inch gap between the designer series papers and my card base. So this is a really great canvas. You can see how this is a good layout you can do with a whole host of things. Now I wanted to use this little birdie. So I'm going to stamp the bird, and I'm going to stamp my greeting at the same time. Now my greeting, I just wanted a simple little happy birthday. and I went to my Faith collection. So this little bundle, you can get it as a stamp set or bundle, in our online exclusives, has a Thinking of You, a God is Love. Oh, this happy birthday. Oh, I'm using Thinking of You. What am I thinking of happy birthday? Okay, I'm using the Thinking of You. And let your faith be bigger than your fears. There are a couple of faith quotes, and of course, you know, there's crosses. So this is definitely a faith, stamp set. But I'm going to use this little Thinking of You because it was about the right size. This is that really fun die cut from, it is from the Unbounded Love. And I was doing a little bit of design work with Secret Sea ink, so I had to re-grab it. Here we go. So let's make our greeting right here. And again, this is Secret Sea ink, and I'm putting it directly on a piece of Petal Pink. Really nice color combo there. And then I am going to stamp my bird, and I'm going to stamp him in Secret Sea ink. And I don't want him too near the top. And I'm kind of hanging out in the middle. And then I'm going to give him a little bit of a branch, probably a little closer to the top than I would have preferred, but I will balance that with my little branch. And that Secret Sea is very, very strong. Super, super strong. Deep, deep blue. Almost charcoal. Okay, now I am going to use my light Moody Mauve, and I'm going to use light Smoky Slate and light Bubble Bath. So it's all light, and we are going to blend out this little bird. So I'm going to start with my lightest ink, being light Bubble Bath, and I'm going to color with my brush tip the top of his head and coming down here into his beak, and I'm going to bring this down into his chest. And then I'm going to use a little bit, now this is strong, even light Moody Mauve is pretty strong, but this is going to be down in here in his little belly. And then I'm going to take my light Smoky Slate. Let me put this over here. That is driving me a little bit nuts. I get that light glaring there. Now I'm going to fill in the rest of my bird with light Smoky Slate, and I'm going to blend out these other colors. So I'm going to bring that right into the Moody Mauve, and I'm going to just soften the edges of the Bubble Bath. And you see how when you put the Smoky Slate over the Bubble Bath and over the Moody Mauve, it really, really softens it. Now, let me just show you. On my original bird, I went all the way through, and you just see a little bit of that pink shining through here. I think I'm going to let a little bit of that Bubble Bath come through, and a little bit of a pop. Maybe I'll soften it just a wee bit. Maybe that's a little bit too bright. But you see how the light Smoky Slate just brings it right down, but you could still see the pink coming through. Now I am going to pop this up on dimensionals. I do want to put a little bit of this Night of Navy. I think it's organza ribbon. This is a really nice fit. This is still in our online store. It's on sale. And look at the colors. Although this is navy, it is definitely brighter than the Secret Sea, but I love how the little gold flecks in here are picking up the petal pink. So it's really a nice little accent. This piece is a little bit too long, so let's do that. And I'm going to just give a little bit of a ribbon tail, like so. Now I could, let's play with this a little bit. I could do it like so, but I think I honestly want the ribbon to highlight my bird, because this makes me, brings the eye down too much to the greeting, and I want it really on the bird. So let's get this going here. And what are my pretty pokey tools? Now I think I want to, I want to do it right up here. So these, I don't know about you guys, but these little flat sheets of mini glue dots that we get with our kits and with our paper pumpkins, they are really come in handy. I use the heck out of mine. So this, hey Sharon, I'm glad you joined me. You just got off work. I know this is a different time for me because I recognize most people are at, or I shouldn't say most, many people are at work at this time, but I'm glad you popped in. We are finishing up a card with our color combo using Moody Mauve, Secret Sea, and Petal Pink, and I'm digging it. Of course, y'all know Petal Pink is my whole-time favorite color. Okay, let's see if we can, oh yeah. Okay, so there is our little bird, and I can trim those tails a little bit more. Probably should turn that around just a wee bit. I kind of mucked up my ribbon. Let's see. Let's try, start over with that. Let's do it like this. Grab another one of these. You see how I want both? I want the, I really want it like that, so that I think I'm just gonna pop this up and put some seal under here. Oh yeah. Didn't smash my little bird. There we go. I kind of mangled him a little bit, but let's see. I think we can. Okay. Thankfully, paper it manipulates quite well. Okay, now I'm going to fix that. I'm going to fix his little tail feathers there. Let's pop this up on a couple of dimensionals. And then we will amend our ribbon and put a little bit of some dots with just a tiny bit of shine on them. There we go. Now, remember, we are doing this Monday through Friday this week, so I will be here tomorrow. I think tomorrow we're going to do Timid Tiger, and we're going to finish out the week with Strawberry Slush. I actually intentionally did Strawberry Slush last because Strawberry Slush is always going to be a crowd favorite. Strawberry Slush is easy to love, easy to work with, and it's a returning in color. So it was already, I don't like that, let's see. It was already a crowd favorite, and I wanted to work with some of these other colors to just kind of help us orient to them and discover some of the qualities that we will like about them. Because, you know, when the new in colors are released, everybody wants to put the in colors together. I'm like, no, these are 5 colors we're going to work with. We need color combinations for using them. They're not designed to just work together. They might not actually work great together, but they're meant to be sprinkled into our existing color families and work with those. So this one is my Z fold. This one is my gate fold. They both work. My layout is the same. The only difference, I have my stripes going vertically and horizontally. Now, I did want to bring these little dots in, and they're super cute. Again, these are our outgoing in colors, and these are still available. They are on sale. So with this little flash sale coming up, this would be a great thing to put on your in your cart, and then you would save money on them, and if I can find them, and they would give you some double rewards. Now, I could bring these in, but I really wanted to use, I had all my ducks in a row until they started flying out of my bin here. Let me tidy, I just found them. They were turned over. So this is all that's left. So these are the 2023 to 2025 in color opaque sparkle dots. Like I said, they are on sale. And you can see how, because the Secret Sea, I think one of the things I'm gonna find with it, it's a very strong color. I love it. It reminds me of an ink. But it's so strong. You see, if I then come in with these dots, I think it's too much. So I would want to pick up one of these other colors, being either the Petal Pink or the Moody Mauve. And in this case, I have these little Moody Mauve dots sitting right here. So I'm just gonna grab them. And they have, what's nice about these, they're called sparkle dots. They have just a little bit of like gold in them. So they catch the light just a little bit. Boy, I really did kind of mangle him, didn't I? So there we go. There is our fun fold, and I will have this inspiration sheet for you. I'll probably give it to you in the gatefold measurement versus the Z-fold, just because I think most people know that measurement. This one's a little bit trickier because of the 1/8 markings. But that is our color combo for the day, marrying one of our outgoing in colors, Moody Mauve, with one of our incoming in colors, being Secret Sea. So I hope that you have enjoyed this installment of In Color Focus, and we'll be back with me tomorrow, where we are actually doing a 3D item, and we are doing a little gifty, looking at Mother's Day coming up, and we're going to be using Timid Tiger. And I never met an orange I didn't like, so I think we're going to have fun with it. Thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to my newsletter so that you get the inspiration sheets with all the measurements, and I will have the videos in there as well. Thanks so much for tuning in. Take care, and God bless.